All right, gang, welcome back to the channel. This is Josh B traveling here in Ha Giang, Vietnam. We are getting the oil changed on our motorbike before setting off on our journey today. 140,000 Vietnamese dong to get it changed, 700 kilometers, not bad. I think that's $6, so I can't complain about that. Absolutely necessary after all of the journey that it has taken to get here. After we get this done, we are taking off. Let's go. I found a really cool coffee shop on the river before leaving Ha Giang. I'm such a fan of Vietnamese coffee and coffee in general, but I love the Café Soda, and I never have the opportunity to drink them in the States, as trying to find Vietnamese coffee is quite difficult, even living in a place like Los Angeles, and to have authentic Vietnamese coffee is almost impossible, so naturally I stopped for a couple of them before getting on the road. Absolute tradition that we start every journey off with two Café Soda. Delicious. My favorite coffee in the world. It's not enough coffee. I could probably drink 4 of them. Still my favorite coffee in the world, but it's tradition, so we're getting on the road. Let's hit it. As I made my way out of town, the views started to set in, and I had the opportunity to pull over and watch a Vietnamese gentleman fish. It was also an opportunity to just kind of sit there and reflect on the journey I had ahead of me and show a little gratitude for the fact that I was able to come back to Vietnam and drive the Ha Giang Loop and do something that most people will never get to do in their life. Okay, so I made a Vietnamese friend here on the side of the road. She speaks good English, very good English. Xin chào.
Dạ, xin chào.
Bạn tên là gì?
Mình tên là Nhung.
Tôi tên là Josh.
Dạ, rất đẹp trai.
Rất vui được gặp bạn.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She made very good banh mi. Yeah, very good banh mi and sugar cane. This sugar cane juice.
Nước mía. You say Vietnamese là nước mía.
Nước mía.
Yeah.
Nước mía. Okay.
Nước mía Vietnam.
Nước mía Vietnam. Vietnam.
Yeah.
I always attempt to speak Vietnamese when I can, no matter how bad it may be. It always makes me feel special seeing them smile, and they are always so supportive and patient with me as I butcher their language. They always are eager to teach me something new, and they enjoy practicing their English when they can. But overall, it just makes me feel more involved, and they're very appreciative of the fact that I try. As I continued driving, I found a beautiful garden to pull over and check out. There were some Vietnamese women tending the fields, and it was right when the mountains started getting good and the sun started setting, so golden hour was setting in, and it was a great opportunity to just pull over and take it all in once again and just reflect on everything. I try and cherish all of my travel experiences, as you never know when you'll get to experience things like this again, or if you will get to experience things like this. Tell me this view ain't smacking. Look at this. Look at what is behind me. Tell me that that is not the most unbelievable thing you have ever seen. We are just getting started, yo. We are only like 15 miles outside of Ha Giang, if that. And it's always like, you see every YouTuber like, yo, we just had to keep pulling over. We just had to keep pulling over. There's never enough. You can't capture enough while you're on the loop. Absolutely gorgeous. The sun is setting, man. I'm sweating. Who gives a shit? Let's go. I've been a lot of places in the world. I am a cruise ship musician, so I've had the opportunity to travel quite a bit, and I've seen the beaches of Thailand, and I've traveled across the country many times in the United States, and I've hung out in Iceland and Scandinavia and a fair amount of Europe. And I'm not the most traveled person by any means, but when I say that northern Vietnam is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen, I mean it. I was continuously taken back by every curve that I went around, and when I tell you that I didn't think I was ever going to make any progress or make it to my first night's stay, I meant it, as I just continuously kept pulling over, which I didn't mind. As the sun began to set, the sweat began to dry on me, and the cool air began to hit me, and everything was okay, and I knew that I would make it eventually.
I just realized I left my key and my bike attached to my bag. Not smart at all. And yeah, I need to get the fuck down here to make sure nobody jacks my bike. Whoop!
One thing I will say about traveling through Vietnam and seeing things like this is I think we have it all wrong as Americans. These people out here in these Vietnamese villages will work and tend the land for the rest of their life, and who's to say that they're not happier than the richest man in the world? I find America to be such a materialistic place and a place that revolves around money and success, and while I don't necessarily think that that's all a bad thing, I've seen people in third world countries that have nothing that I think are infinitely happier than people who have everything.
Guys, I'm here at Heaven's Gate, one of the most beautiful places on the Ha Giang Loop. I was just stopped by the police again, man, but I actually spoke some Vietnamese to them and they let me off scot-free. I took a photo with them. They wouldn't let me take a photo with them earlier, but these guys let me take it. Life is incredible, man. I'm 31. Look at this view behind me. Look at this view behind me, guys. I'm telling you, life is meant to be lived, bro. Get out and see the world, whether you come to Vietnam, whether it's outside your back door, bro. Get out and live your life, man. It's so short. I'm on this motorbike. I'm solo. Look at the view behind me, man. Just overwhelming feeling of gratitude to be back here doing the Ha Giang Loop for the second time. I've just been... You know, I got a ticket earlier today and it really threw a wrench in my feelings and it's gone. I don't care, whatever, I paid for it, but come on, look at the view, your life, man. Be grateful for your life, bro. Life is beautiful. And so thank y'all for tuning in, you know what I'm saying?
As I made it over the mountain, I came across Quang Ba, which is where I decided to stay for my first night. The sun was setting, and it's better to get off the roads in Vietnam as they can be quite dangerous. With the mountains in the city, it almost looked like little pyramids, and the smoke coming across the mountains kind of reminded me of where I grew up in Tennessee. Nonetheless, the view was absolutely breathtaking and definitely deserved to pull over to check things out.
I forget the name of this city, but you can see we have made it, and this is where we're going to be staying tonight. Clock by, I think, clock by, but I mean, come on, guys. Look at the view of Ha Giang, the Ha Giang Loop. Boom, I love my Vietnamese woman in the Ao Dai on my arm. Reminds me of Vietnam every day, and what a pleasure to be back. All right, guys, so I've checked into my hotel here in Quang Ba. Paid $300K for this room. A little more than I wanted to pay, but it is what it is. Some places were $250, some were $350. This place seemed to be a little bit nicer, so here in the room, gonna try and find some food. Let's go and find some food, see what Quang Ba has to offer at night. I know it's a dead town, but we can make the most of it, right? All right, I got our Vietnamese friends, and we are 3 shots. Everybody, shots! Happy water, yeah. Cảm ơn. Another one. Vietnam. Oh, hey, Vietnam. 1, 2, 3. Woo! They're taking great pleasure in getting me drunk. 4th shot in 10 minutes. I have no idea what's going on. No clue. This is what it's like in Vietnam. After drinking happy water. Yes. 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 Yes.
Chụp rồi. Chụp cái phim thôi.
Ah, cảm ơn. Yes. Vietnam. Welcome. I don't even know what's going on, guys. I literally just took 4 shots in like 5 minutes. And yeah, the Vietnamese like to drink, man. And they're just like, "Ah, da, 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 da," and I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, I feel significantly better. I'm definitely feeling a little bit intoxicated. Good thing I walked to this restaurant. And I have this delicious food here that we are going to eat, man. So yeah, they're taking great joy in getting me drunk. So we're gonna continue getting drunk and then walk around the city.
And this concludes day 1 of the loop, which has been absolutely unbelievable.